Hi, my name is Taylor, also known as Angel Lamro on Facebook, and I am making this video because there's been a lot of controversy about me and the group Love is One. And I just want to speak my experience because a lot of people don't speak their experience because this is a pretty big deal. This is something that a lot of people ain't being fully honest with their experience about to the world because a lot of stuff gets held back due to manipulation. So I don't want to say bad things about Love is One because I love and care for everyone, but I do want to express my experience, the full, whole truth. So, September 2nd at 11:48, 2020. A car drove by and popped 3 times when I yelled, "Where's the money for the crystal schools?" We have been collecting donations since September 1st, 2019 when I joined Mission. 3/18, September 2nd, 2020. Looked at the time, it was 3:03. I just got finished processing letting go of my children because I realized that I let everyone else fill my head with their beliefs that I was not going to be able to provide for my children a good life. I recognized that in those moments, I was not able to provide because I had to go away and heal. I had to truly learn and understand what it meant to be fully present with my entire being. And I had to let go fully of all the past times that I was not my greatest version. So the whole reason I left and even joined Love is One, to find myself and forgive myself so I could be all that everyone said I wouldn't be. I believe in myself. That is what my whole journey was about, finding my greatest, grandest vision version. I now know what that looks like. I took from my experience what resonated and I cut everything out that didn't. One thing I know for sure is love is all that exists, and I am never going to give up the belief of spreading love everywhere present. The mission with Love is One has taught me how strong I am to be able to consistently take on exactly what I felt and knew to be energy that was not my own. To focus on dissolving it, to be able to fight the actual evil that exists, that's before our eyes. It's all around us. It exists within us. It's to be love when others are not being love. And I learned that I am love and we're all love. And to truly find out that what Love is One was really doing is feeding off of our fear and adrenaline energetically to be able to access higher dimensions through what felt like dream state. Only while I was awake, that every moment I spent on mission, I found out that thousands, supposedly, witches and warlocks were accessing my power and draining me for everything I was to create a soulless being, making me susceptible through being broken down to being energetically drained until we become so numb with nothing more to give energetically. So then we are discorded and disposed. I Matter at 3:36 pops up from my I Am Affirmations app. I thanked my angels and I'm so grateful because I learned that what is going on is fresh energies come forth once others have been brainwashed and sucked dry. They get mission brain. And so you believe this person is God when really it's pure evil. That's how I felt. Lawnmower skipped. Then next thing you know, the Bluetooth speaker skipped and I had music playing on it. I looked at the time at 3:58. A flashback played out of Ashley and I waking up in fear and panic with anxiety, to Jason, who is known as Father God, telling everyone to get up because there is taking in the field the night before, which is why Amy, who is known as Mother God, woke up in Dragon. Then he runs skipping through the house, laughing. Don't spin! It was all some sick, twisted show. 2/2/2020, 4:04 p.m. 10:06, September 2nd, 2020, full moon. Listening to Ambition by Meek Mill and Rick Ross, recognizing my worth. I am love. I am beautiful. I am brilliant. I am strong. I am pure. I am divine. I am brave. I am fearless. I am an energetic buffer of light, and so are all of you. I matter, and so do all of you. All lives matter. I have worked very hard to be who I am in this now moment. I got this. Every breath is another opportunity to push, and I'm very grateful. Getting more on my own is the best thing for me. It really took a lot for me to do this, to even put this video together, because everything that's going on with Love Has Won, the message that is being put out is just a picture being painted. And once you get inside to Love Has Won and you experience, some of the things that take place, there's a lot of mind manipulation going on. People, first and foremost, should not be made to choose their children or Amy, which is considered Mother God. And why this is happening is because she is making people serve her and making people believe that she really is God. And if that was God, God would not make us leave our children. Point blank. I didn't feel love from somebody that was consistently looking for things wrong with me. I never could be myself around Amy because I was in fear. I fought through my ego in many moments, but then there were many moments that I felt, this doesn't feel like my ego. This feels like my intuition telling me something's not right. One of the main things was the sleep deprivation. Amy did in fact lie on Dr. Phil, and the members backed her up, which is even sadder because all the members know how it is because they're members and because I lived with all of them, and it's the truth. She only lets us sleep 4 hours. We have to wake up every day at 5 a.m. We start live stream at 6. Everything is revolved around Amy. I came out with all these amazing herbal supplements, and pretty much I don't get the credit, she does. All the money that came from the herbal supplements, that came from things that we create and that we make, it all goes to Amy because Amy is considered God in that experience. So in that experience, you also can only go out into 3D when she commands you. You can't go out if you like to go out on your own, like you're really not supposed to. And then when you decide to be out longer than she wanted you to be out, you get told you're a Lilith whore, you're in Lucifer, you're in your ego. So these are some things that I really had to touch on. I'm trying to feel into other things that happened to me. It was a lot of things that I went through being with Love Has Won. I had my ups and I had my downs. And I'm very grateful, for my experience overall. I am, like I said, I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody. I just want to expose the pieces that Love Has Won does not tell people about, because there's this message being put out that it's all love and good vibes, and and then people get in there and they're like, whoa, we got to wake up at this time, we got to do this for her, we got to do that for her. And she tries to manipulate you and make you believe that it's all for you. It's building you up to be your greatest, grandest version. But really what it's doing is building her up for her greatest, grandest vision version. Meanwhile, you're so energetically drained and tired, you can't even really function and do things when you're running on 4 hours of sleep. You have all these things you do throughout the day that she wants you to do that are consistently having to be done. A lot of the time, members will put on a front and act like, oh, it's great, it's like little elves for Santa. And it's really like, dude, can I take a nap? Because that's what many of them would say. And that's what I would say, that it got to a point where there was a moment that Ashley and I even went into the woods and took a nap because we were told we weren't allowed to take naps. So that's why she said, yeah, they take naps, but technically we're not allowed to take naps. So sleep deprivation tactic 101, that is being used. Another thing to point out to everybody is that high altitude. When you're at a high altitude, you're already lacking oxygen to the brain, which causes you to hallucinate and see and feel and experience things that aren't real. If somebody gets you weak enough and not in your head, you believe and buy the things that get said, because we manifest our own experiences. So, glad I got that off my chest and out of my heart. Another thing is the resistance I had to making these videos. I had a lot of resistance. I was actually almost afraid to make these videos. And that right there told me that that's not right. I should not be afraid to speak out on my experience and how it made me feel, because this was my experience. I have the right to my experience and to the right to vocalize my experience. So anyways, I love all of you. I pray for all of you all the time. And this is a video to help many of those who feel wounded, who feel alone, who feel like they have no one to talk to, who feel like it's their ego. It's not your ego. It's you, man. It's your heart. It's your intuition telling you this, how I'm speaking right now, this is my passion, because this has gone on for long enough, and there's a million followers being manipulated because they're being taken advantage of through their spiritual awakenings. All this information that is being used through Love is One has been founded in Wayne Dyer books, Don Miguel Ruiz. All Amy did was take everyone's practices and made them out to be like she created them. So, wow. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Like I said, it took a lot for me to put these videos together. It's not easy to speak my truth sometimes, but there's a lot of you out there that need to hear this, because this is some serious stuff. This isn't like, you just meet someone over the internet who's a group of great people and then you get there and it's all loving, good vibes. No, it's rules. It's boot camp. It's you better get your ass up at 5 a.m. And sometimes you get told you're Lilith, because when you wake up, you get told that Mother's in Dragon because there was taking in the field. So it's a lot of mental manipulation, a lot of brainwash. It took me many moments to get these things out of my head and to really use my divine discernment in what was real and what was fake. I am still on my journey every day of figuring that out, but I can tell you, I stand strong with what I say. I stand in my truth, my whole pure truth, my light, and I am not afraid. I am not a victim. I am a warrior, and so are all of you. I love you all.